guys, it's Mark here, back with the next playing card review, and today we are going to be reviewing the White Monoliths by Thirdwayindistries. I know not super well, but I've talked to Giovanni quite a few times, the owner of Thirdwayindistries, and he not sent me cards, but he's given me discounts and stuff before. I've had these cards for quite a while. They, honestly, if I'm being completely honest, and I love the guy, like the Phantasma decks are some of my favorite decks of cards. These ones, they look super cool. I feel like, if I remember correctly, like, I was gonna do a review for them, and they didn't feel the greatest, which, I mean, they still look super cool, in my opinion. So yeah, we'll give it a second chance and see how this review goes. But yeah, the Monolith series is definitely, from what I know, one of the more popular series for Thirdwayindistries. Yeah, but so yeah, like I said, Giovanni, super nice guy. I love all the stuff he makes. Yeah, very cool. So we'll get into the tuck case first here. I'm gonna try and the videos have been a little long lately, and I know I always say this, but I'm going to try and make them a little bit shorter, but that never works well. Yeah, so I forget exactly the definition of a monolith. I know it's like some sort of, like, I don't even know what you'd call it. I'll put the definition up there. I can picture in my head, but I can't think of like what it is. But yeah, like I said, this is one of their more popular series. This is the white edition. They have a few other ones, obviously, I believe. But yeah, let's get into the ad cards here. And before we do that, actually, let's get into the back design. So yeah, very interesting. It's kind of hard being this grayish or silverish color to get it like to where you guys can see it. Like, it almost looks kind of dull in the lighting, and the lighting in here is good. It's just, there we go, you can see it a little better. But like when you do a fan, you pretty much just see the gray because, or sorry, the silver with the white, because it's very subtle, but it is a very cool deck of cards nonetheless. So yeah, two-way symmetrical back design with silver borders instead of white borders, obviously. And yeah, lots of line details in there. See if I can get that to focus better. There we go. But yeah, super cool deck of cards. Yeah, no, sorry for that. But yeah, so these are the two jokers here, and he always has very interesting court cards. If there's one thing I can say about him, it's his court cards are unlike any other court cards I've ever seen in a deck of cards. And he's also a super nice guy. So we almost have like a third joker here in this card, and I love, like, I feel like this deck could have used like this yellow. Like, I like the green, but like this yellowish orange with the lines there just really stands out, because it's kind of, I said, like a dull green, and it's hard to get it to like see it. You have to be looking at it from the right angle, not in person obviously, but just over the camera. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I've never had this problem with any deck of cards I've recorded, but like this, the yellow stands out because you've got the darker borders around it, and for this it's kind of just like the gray borders around that dull like lime green. So I think that's kind of the reason. You know, and I get they wanted to do a white version and not add a ton of color to it, but yeah, I just think even like putting some black around, I know it's the white monoliths, but putting a little bit of black around the green would really make these spots stand out more. But anyway, yeah, let's get into the deck of cards. We have the Ace of Spades here. Very cool. They have, it's not Roman numerals, but it's something like that. And then almost like an Illuminati symbol with the eye there in the ace. As you can see, or maybe not see the best. I have to bring it up closer here. But yeah, lots of cool details, almost like a snake or a rope going around the sides. But yeah, very cool. And that's also got all these other details. And like I said, again, it looks super cool in person. And but I just think if it was black, it would just like the borders being black around the white would make it stand out a lot more. But either way, very cool pips and indices. I do like the things on the sides there. It is super cool, and then that's something, you know, when you like put the, sorry, you guys can't even see that. So maybe this is why I didn't do this video, is because it's very hard to see the subtle details with a gray deck of cards. But yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, the court cards are where these cards really stand out. And see what I mean? How for this, they have, they literally have it in the court cards, black around the spots that don't have black around them there. And look how much of a difference it is. You can totally see what that is, but that just kind of looks like jumbled and like hard to see where the lines are and everything. But yeah, super cool court cards. But yeah, just putting, I don't even think it's black, just that dark blue around the sides there really makes a big difference. And yeah, his queens are always super cool, sort of like a avatar, sort of like, I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, very, very cool. Definitely, yeah, like I said, his court cards are some of the coolest. And yeah, I really like that red. I think the red stands out better too. And look, I couldn't design a deck of cards, you know, nearly this good and ever in my life. So by no way am I being rude to the guy. I'm just pointing out a couple of small flaws in the cards. But like I said, he's the nicest guy. I've talked to him quite a few times, and he makes a bunch of really cool stuff. So yeah, definitely will always keep supporting him. And look at that queen. Like, look how crazy his queens are. Super, super cool. Yeah, I don't even know. Like, the faces are crazy, but then just, like, the rest of it is insane, too. Like, all the detail and, yeah, very, very crazy. Yeah, all the court cards, super cool. Yeah, almost like a futuristic, like, alien sort of, like, vibe to it, but, yeah, super cool. And he's like, as you can see by the cards, like, most queens are like an old, sorry if you guys hear that noise, most queens are like an old lady. He always makes it like, you know, how do I say this, like a good looking person. I mean, the face is kind of weird, but you know what I mean if you're looking at the card. But yeah, so very interesting how he does his court cards. But yeah, I really like the bigger border here. I don't see that very often, where it's kind of like, you know, the white, yeah, just like a bigger border, I guess. But yeah, super cool deck of cards. Yeah, not too much to say. Pips and indices, numbers definitely not standard by any means. They've definitely got their own look to them, but yeah, super cool. And like I said, they look even cooler in person too. It's just sometimes that light is hard to get across. But yeah, all custom aces, super, super cool. Wow. Yeah, I really like, I don't know what I like better, the red or the blues. Damn, yeah. Very cool. What is that on the side? Does anyone know? Were those on any of the other court cards? I guess they had some sort of circles. That one's different though. But yeah, just look at all the detail and like the lines that go into this. So much work. But yeah, super cool. Yeah, if you guys remember my Phantasma review, those were the blacklight cards. It was a super long video. Sorry, my cat is trying to come over here for some reason. Ziggy, go on, buddy. Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, so I think that's about it. We just have the last ace here. yeah, super cool. My goal was to try and do like a 10-minute video just to see like if that did better than my longer videos do. I'm not sure. I've heard like for longer videos, but actually these cards feel pretty nice. You want it to be like at least 8 minutes or whatever. For me it doesn't matter, you have to have like 1,000 subscribers, but I know for bigger channels like 8 minutes is the spot where they can, or like 8.5 minutes is where YouTube can show 2 ads, so you get more money off of it. Obviously that's not applicable to me, but yeah, I don't know, but I just wanted to make one video that's a little shorter, and I just like cards too much and look at all the small details too much, and it's just not something I see happening unless it's like a really simple deck of cards. And honestly, I've had some reviews where it's been like 10-15 minutes, like the Jerry's Nuggets cards. Like I did a few minutes of backgrounds on the cards. I never released that video because like they were just, I don't know, they felt okay and they were just kind of boring. Obviously they were the 2019 edition. If it was the 1970s edition, 1, I wouldn't be opening it, and 2, if I did, it would definitely make a video. But yeah, cool deck design, nice fan. But yeah, these cards actually, I don't know what it was. Maybe I'm getting it mixed up. I swear it was the feel of the cards that made me not want to do this review, but I hadn't shuffled them at all or anything. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that. Always, yeah, every time I say the cards feel good, we have a bad shuffle like that. But yeah, I realized in my last video, I think it was because they were nice cards and I didn't want to like mess them up or anything, the Overlook video, but like I didn't really, oh my gosh, it's falling to pieces here. I didn't really do much cardistry in that video. We're gonna do this one more time and get it right, hopefully. But yeah, when I was editing the Overlook video, I was really, which I ended up adding it into the YouTube shorts, but like when you do that thing, man, these cards are slippery, but it just looks super cool with the design of the Overlook cards in particular. I mean, it looks cool with any cards. If you guys are wondering, that's the start of another trick called flip phone, and I've practiced, and then you move this finger over here, and yeah, there's a lot to it. Like you switch your thumb to here. It's really crazy, and I just practice it a few minutes a day because I spent like a whole, literally like from like 2 a.m. to like 6 a.m. one time practicing it, and it was like my whiplash moment. If you've seen that movie, like my like fingers were bleeding and like the cards were so messed up and I just could not get it, and it was so frustrating. But anyway, so I just practice a little bit at a time now. But yeah, so I've kind of just been working on that first part, as you see, that I've done quite a few times, and then I just think it looks cool to flip the cards over, obviously actually flipping them like I did earlier. But anyway, yeah, that's enough of that rambling. But yeah, court cards, super cool. Like I said, I am a tiny bit disappointed that it's not even the cards themselves. They look cool. I think they would definitely stand out more with the black outline, but it's more so just the fact that you guys can't see it as well. But yeah, cards feel nice. Give it a couple more shuffles here. But yeah, like the cards a lot. Yeah, like I said, Giovanni's I don't know his last name. It's call him Giovanni. But yeah, super nice guy. Yeah, I only have a few Thirdwayindistries decks, the 2 Phantasma decks I've got, and then this deck. I would love to get more cards from him in the future, and I'm sure I will at some point. But yeah, the Phantasma decks I was so excited about. And yeah, like if you guys haven't seen that video, yeah, it's on my channel probably like a month or so back. I'll see if I can link it in the comments or in the description. Probably I can link it in the description. But yeah, super cool video. Like it was 2 tuck cases, just a lot to it. But yeah, anyways, don't want to make this video too long. As I said, I was going for a 10-minute video. We'll have to do that with a more simplistic deck of cards. Like I said, I'm sure a lot of you guys feel the same. Like, I just don't, like, I watch other card reviews that are, 5 minutes and they're enjoyable, but I just can't comprehend how people do it, because to me it's like, just like, oh my gosh, like, if I don't tell people about this one detail or whatever, like, I'm not doing the cards justice or whatever. I don't know, it's just an OCD thing, I guess. But yeah, see if we can do a perfect shuffle real quick with these cards. Not completely perfect, but close enough. Wow, yeah, those felt very nice. So yeah, I don't know what, yeah, maybe I was just having an off day when I opened this deck of cards. I mean, I didn't shuffle them, so I don't know. I don't know what it was, but yeah, I like these cards a lot. Like Giovanni a lot. Like I said, he's a super, super nice guy. So yeah, I always like to support him. So let's get into the rating. Tuck case, and I believe the Phantasma ones I rated, like, it might have even been a 50 out of 50. But yeah, tuck case, super cool. There's a lot of little details in it, but it doesn't really, like, if you're looking at my collection, or just looking this, it doesn't, like, grab your attention like a lot of decks do. It does feel nice and plasticky, which I like. But yeah, then just the basic white inside, so it's cool, but it's not S tier good. But yeah, it is cool nonetheless. So we're gonna go a 7 out of 10 for that. And also, I wanted to mention this. I don't know if you can see them. Where did I put them? Sorry, hang on. You can't see it. It's like right there above that Art of Play, the gold box there. But Craig Hill, I talked to someone on his team. I forget her name. I'll put her name up there. She was super nice. But I had asked them for a deck of cards, and then, if I could get a deck of cards from them to review. And then I didn't hear back from them right away. And, made a video about it. It actually did pretty well. So did the YouTube short. So, but in the video I mentioned, I was like, I really wanted them to send me a deck of cards, but the deck was so cool I had to get it. But they ended up sending me a deck of cards, so now I have an unopened one. But would just like to say that, shout out to Craig Hill and his team for sending me those cards, because I didn't, like, what do you call it, I wasn't rude in the video or anything. I was just saying, like, I wish he had, got back to me, and then he did. But either way, super happy to have another deck of those cards, because they are super, super cool. So yeah, anyway, tuck case, 7 out of 10. Face cards, going off of which typically it doesn't add a lot of value to me, but like the ad cards, in this case, 3 jokers. This one especially just stands out so much. Like, those colors are so cool. And then a double back card. But yeah, like I said, I like the design of the number cards. The pips and aces I think are great. Aces are great, but it is definitely the court cards that, like, where else are you gonna find court cards like this? There's, like, so crazy and intricate and so different from regular court cards. Like, yeah, so super, super cool. Yeah, very, very crazy court cards. There's one other one that was really cool. Oh yeah, this colorway was super cool. Yeah, very, very crazy. Love the, yeah, like I said, just with that dark blue outline, the green shows up a little more, but it is the white monolith. But anyway, so yeah, that one's gonna be a 10 out of 10 for me. Back design, I like it. If I'm being honest though, for, fans, like, especially on camera fans, it doesn't look the greatest, just because you know, from far away, like just the light shining on it. I don't know what it is. Doesn't work that well, but the back design itself I like. We're gonna have to go another 7 out of 10 for that. Cost of these cards, I'll put the cost up here. I got them from XDecks. Giovanni had given me a 25% discount thing, but he just uses like PayPal, I think it is, and I don't have PayPal, and I don't know, I couldn't figure it out. Probably just me being dumb, but yeah, so I just got them off XDecks a long time ago when I ordered from them, but he did offer to give me a discount. I just didn't take it, so I guess that should be taken into account because he did offer me the discount from them. But they were, I honestly, I'm gonna have to pause the video and see, as I do not remember how much they cost. Okay, I just wanted to look that up real quick so I could give an accurate rating. So on, I'm going to go off of what, because like I said, I could have gotten them off Thirdwayindistries, I think, if I'd, you know, tried to figure it out a little more or whatever. But on Thirdwayindistries, they're $25. And if you add that 25% discount, I could have gotten, that's like what, $625 off it, so they'd be like $19.75. I don't know if that's right, somewhere around there. Yeah, just under $20, I would think. So yeah, I like these cards, but that's pretty costly deck. Like I said, like the face cards are awesome, but for like, you know, a $19.75 $20 deck, whatever it is, like just pretty, like, I don't know, the tuck case I feel like needs to be more than that when you're buying deck cards at that price. And like I said, I love Giovanni, I love his stuff. I just don't want to give a biased review. I mean, he follows this channel and everything, and, you know, if you're watching this, I love your stuff. I just, this deck of cards just, you know, isn't my favorite. Like I said, the Phantasma's 50 out of 50 all day, every day. But yeah, gonna have to go another 7 out of 7 for that. And then feel these cards, I don't know what I was thinking the one day, but these feel really great. I would be interested, because I know he lives in Italy, so unless his company is in America, which I don't think it is, and which is probably, honestly, now that I think about it, why he has to do, like, the PayPal, because otherwise, like, because I've had for, like, Kickstarter decks, like, every time, well, I've only gotten 2 things from Kickstarter, one of them hasn't come yet, but to say that both times I've had to, you know, call my bank, because they've denied it, because it's from, you know, a different country, and I've been like, hey, can you guys, you know, not decline this? And they're like, okay, if you say so. This sounds sketchy. I'm like, no, it's just a Kickstarter thing. But anyway, sorry for the rant. That's probably why he has to do that. All that to say, I wonder what he does use for, what sort of stock, brand he uses, or what company he uses to print his cards. But these feel really, really nice. Yeah, the more I use them, the better they feel. Wow, man, do you guys see that? Like, I'm not very good at that, obviously, but like that, okay, and yeah, see, I always jinx it. So that felt really great. So yeah, we're gonna have to go 9.5 on the feel. I'm gonna have to make myself do math again. Alright, so we have 21 plus 10, we have 31 plus 9, so 40.5. Question mark, 40.5, I think that's right. But yeah, still, so like, you know, a 4 out of 5 deck. Definitely a deck I'm happy to have in my collection. And I definitely want to get more stuff from Thirdwayindistries. I really like his style, his art style, his sort of aesthetic in general of how he does cards. And yeah, definitely want to get more of them at some point. But yeah, super cool deck of cards. Thank you guys for watching. If you have a deck of cards you want me to review, let me know in the comments. And if I have it, I'll review it. If I don't have it, I will get it and review it. Yeah, let me know what you thought of the video, what you thought of these cards. And as always, thank you so much for watching. like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed. And yeah, white monoliths. Yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.